On Tuesday last, Minister for Education Richard Bruton confirmed that 5 schools built by Western Building Systems had failed fire safety standards.
There were 2 issues with the buildings. The first was the use of less fire retardant plasterboard. The second was a failure of the buildings to meet the 60-minute evacuation time requirement. The buildings were part of a government rapid build programme from 2007 to 2010.
Minister Bruton has insisted that Western Building System are still eligible to receive public contracts in the future.
They have recently constructed rapid build housing in Ballymun and are currently constructing a school in Fairhouse, Tala. Further concerns were raised when the fire audit information was held back by the Department of Education for more than a year. One school was forced to file a Freedom of Information Act request in order to get the information. The Minister has now ordered an audit of all 30 schools.
But these revelations have raised further questions about companies receiving state contracts.
Western Building Systems made £3.8 million in profit in 2016, much of which from state contracts in Ireland and in the UK. Other builders awarded state contracts have used low-paid workers or bogus self-employment to cut costs.
One of these was JJ Rattigan, where workers went on strike in 2014 against low wages.
The workers at a school construction site in Lucan were only paid $4.90 an hour because they were taken on as subcontractors rather than as employees. More than 2 years later, those workers have found that they are blacklisted. One of the workers told the Irish Examiner,
"I'm just working here and there, bits and pieces. I get onto a site and then I keep getting thrown off once they find out who I am."
These construction firms are making profits from taxpayers' money while treating workers terribly and cutting corners.
Another issue back on the agenda is the self-certification of fire safety standards.
Following the horrific tragedy in Grenfell, London in June, numerous calls were made to end the process where contractors are themselves responsible for the signing off of fire safety checks. Critics have rightly argued that this process is more susceptible to corruption than a system of independent certification.
In 2011, 300 residents of Priory Hall were forced to leave their homes due to fire safety risks.
Here, the self-certified fire safety certificate had not been inspected by the local authority, leading to the evacuation of residents and subsequently the sad death of Fiachra Daly, who took his own life when he was unable to deal with the stress of their situation. In the end, Dublin City Council refurbished the complex. Once again, the public had to pay for the mistakes of a dodgy developer. We contacted Western Building Systems for an interview, and we received a statement by email from a PR company stating, "All necessary remedial works were carried out, with the exception of Balmain in 2016. Western had indicated its intention to start work at Balmain at the beginning of the summer holidays in 2017. However, this proved impossible due to issues around synchronising access with the availability of Western personnel. All prioritised remedial work was completed at the end of August. The department was kept informed at all times in regard to the programme and how it had been impacted by access issues." The government has ordered an audit of all 30 schools built by the company. But they should also ban from state contracts any companies known to have cut corners on either safety or on workers' paying condition.